Good morning and welcome to the Craft Room. I'm Ellie Barnes. Today is our last day in our 12 Days of Christmas and I'm going to be making, the first of quite a few boxes I need to make for the teenagers and the tweens as well. The tweens and the teens are getting gift cards from me and they'll all be in lovely little boxes. And I better get moving with them because I have to give them out on Saturday. So what I want to do is take you down to the desk straight away and we will get started on these gift boxes for our gift cards. So here we go. We're just going up to the roof and down to the desk. And hopefully, no, it's not going to sit today. It has its moments where some days it's quite happy and other days it just says, no, I don't think so. Perhaps I can be live in the right place. And it looks like we are. We'll get all those things out of the road. So, what box are we doing? We're going to use the book box today. And I'm going to decorate it in this paper to start with. So I'm going to cut, but I need to draw around with my pencil, if I can find my pencil. Here it is. I'm going to put it right down towards the ends because it is straight on two sides. And I'm just going to draw it there, and I need it to be there to there, and then this one I'll just do a line across there where I marked it. I did mark it. Hang on, we will do it again. Mark it. Oh, there it is. I can see my mark. So that is one. And I'll put this on that line because I want the top one as well. I'm going to do the binding side in a different. Now, we'll just cut those out. And I've done it the wrong way. We're going to go again. We're going over here. I can rub those out and still use that paper. I actually am doing the book. I've done a number of books sideways, but this one I'm actually doing up and down. And you'll see why in a minute. So we'll just do that again. A line there and there. We'll draw that there. And we'll go around this last one. And it'll be like so. So, let's cut this one out. I'll just do around these two corners. And just in case there is any, I won't rub them out. My rubber's been taken yet again. Oh, I'll use the rubber on the end of the pencil. So just so that any of those pencil marks, it's not my day. Never had that happen before. So we'll just rub those marks out. so they're not as noticeable. And I did notice this one's a bit sharp there. I must... There we go. So let's take our book and we'll just glue these on. And I'm thinking, how am I doing it? It's going to go this way. So we'll glue those on like that. And while that... Now, just so that I get it right, we're going to cut at 10.2 and it is 2.5 wide, and I'm going to do an extra 0.5 centimetre on each side. I might do a centimetre on each side. So we might make that 4.5. Yes, I think so. 4.5. So we need it to be, I'll cut 4.5 first. And then it's 2/10, which is actually 4 inches, which is the American sizing. And I'm going to score it at 9 on each side, because that'll give me that extra bit of spacing for it to turn around the corner. So I'm just going to, I'm not going to even fold that. Oh no, I will fold that. I will fold that, and I will fold my book so I get it in the right place. So we'll fold that there and there. And I'm just going to put glue all over this. Because I want this to sit nicely here. And around. So and we might have to let that dry for a minute before we fiddle too much. And while that is drying, I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to cut a piece to go in here. So again, just measuring it, it is just on 7, so I'll do 2 under 7 and just on 9, so I'll do a little bit under each so it fits in nicely. So we'll make 2 under 7 and 2 under 9. And we can glue this piece in. And while that's drying, I'll do the sides. Oh, I didn't even score them. I'll have to score as I go. I'll score all these sides. And we'll put our book together, our box together. Now I've just decided I'm going to do this in the same red, which is the real red, so I'm going to grab another piece out. Now I've got a long piece here. I'm going to make it 2.5 to go around that side bit, so I'll just confirm 2.5. So we'll make 2.5 centimetres, and then we're going to do some scoring so it fits. So we're going to score at 2. Let's get our cutting blade up the top. Score at 2. Now the length of our side here, it's 7. So we're going to give it a little bit more than 7. So we're going to take this to just over 7. We want, yeah, just over 7. So it might be 7.1. And then we're going to do this side. And it's 9, just on 9. So we're going to do it, take this score line and put it just over 9. And then the bottom one, of course, needs just over 7 again. And then we'll just cut a bit off the end. And then I'm going to need a piece, and I'll use this side because this will be long enough. 2.5, because that's only going to cover 3 sides. And I need this to be 9. So that's how we're going to do our sides. So we'll just score those lines. And we're going to start our box. And I usually start in the middle here. And I get that, so that's our main side sticking out. So I get that so that that's sitting flat. And then I've gone up a bit, actually. It's gone up on that side. Oh, let's do that again. Sorry. It went up on that side too high. We'll put some more glue on it. See, we all make errors while working. You just work around it. You just work around it. Come on. I'll put a little bit there to hold that side down. And then this side. We need a little bit there too. Right, and our last piece we just put on the back here. So that's the inside part done, decorated. Let's see if this is going to fold for us now. Beautiful. And this will be what we use to close. I'm just leaving this bit white because there is white all through this box. So we just peel these bits off here. The side that I put the extra piece on, I'm putting inside. So I'm putting the box evenly spaced up and down and against the spine of the box. And there's our little box so far. But we need to make a closing mechanism. And I'm going to use, these are Greetings of the Season dies, and I'm going to use this die on the front. But I need it to be quite strong, but I want it out of this paper. So I'm going to cut one of these and one of these. So we'll just cut a piece of this off that's enough. But while we've got the cutting machine in, I cut the emboss machine in, I'm also going to get the reindeer dies. This is some of the reindeer paper. And look at this. This little fella gets cut out. And I'm going to cut him out and use him on the front of my box. I'm also going to do one bit of stamping before we cut out so that I can stamp. I'll just use this Real Red, my greeting, because I'm going to use, and I've used this stamp and die many times, it's the Christmas labels, and I'm going to use this one, and it's Be Merry. I used that one yesterday. I've used that one a lot. I do love these Christmas labels. Should have used the stamp mat, Ellie. Should have used the stamp mat. Can we grab that and give it a go? See if I can get a better one. We'll do this side. No one will know it's on that side. That's much better. Right, so we cut that bit off. We don't need it. We don't need the ink anymore. So we'll pop our box out of the road. We better cut him out a bit so that I don't have to put all this paper through. So let's do our cutting. I've brought in a different plate in the hope that it will cooperate a bit better. So we'll cut out Be Merry, and we'll cut out one of these. There we go. So there's 2 parts done. Now we'll bring the plate back. We'll put him like so. And our reindeer here. I think that's fairly okay. That might be a bit close to the top. Let's see how we go with these plates. I put an order in this week and I should have bought my plates, but I didn't. How silly. So, we're going to glue this on here. And I can glue it this way. Doesn't matter which way I glue it because I'm only using that as a bit of strength. There we go. So that's just going to help hold that in position and act as our closing mechanism. So we'll bring in the, it's going to go here and hold the whole box closed. So I'm going to put dimensionals just at the bottom and at the top. Now, before I finish, do I need one on the side? Will that work? Yes, I could put one over there just to hold everything in place. So let's pop this on and see if our mechanism is going to work. So then we can open it and close it. So time to decorate. This is always the exciting bit, isn't it? So I'm going to pop Mary on and our reindeer on, our mechanism. Now where am I haven't even thought this through, you know. I think I will do it like that, because I've got that little, and I should have done this bit beforehand, but we'll work it out as we go. I want to get this through that little hole. That was really clever of me, wasn't it? Where's my pick? Oh, I think my pick's gone. I use the point of my scissors. I'm just pushing and pushing. I should have done this before I stuck it down, but we are going to get this. There. Now I need a bit because I want to tie a nice big bow. Now this is it's out of the main catalogue. It's the iridescent ribbon. Iridescent, what do they call it? Iridescent, where's the striped trim? Okay, these scissors. So I'm just going to tie a bow. I'll tie a knot first because that might help it be a bow or hold still in place anyhow. Okay, now I'm not going to trim it yet until I work out exactly where everything's going to go. Perhaps I will put the Mary up the top with the reindeer here. So I'm going to do them on dimensionals. And, oh, here's my pick. It's hiding up there. So we'll just pop that on like that. And then we'll put a few behind him so he stays sitting up, because he is only designer series paper, so he is a bit soft, a bit, you know, floppy. And we'll just pop him like so. So let's trim these now. We can have them fairly long. And I'm going to place some, I had them out, dimensional, some bling. It was there. Maybe I'm not meant to use the bling. But I am going to do one other thing. And, oh, here it is. Here's the bling. I've brought out the iridescent faceted gems to pop a few on. Just to sparkle him up. Maybe I will do one down here too, so I've got one on either side there. I'm going to put 5 on. One down there. And let's put one up here. So that he's all sparkly. And I want it to be very sparkly, so I'm going to bring in some Wink of Stella too. And I'm going to sparkle up my reindeer. And maybe just around the edge here. But what I am going to do, and why I wanted this red, is I'm going to put the person's name there. Now this one, I'm actually going to do my daughter's name, Bella. So we're going to need a B and an A and an E and a couple of L's. So I've got to do that, the L's, an E. I could cut all the letters, but if I just cut out what I need, I don't waste as much of that precious paper. I can do extra A's because I've got 2 extra. I need a few A's. Didn't make that long enough. Will that work with that one? Right, let's bring the cut and emboss machine in. Now, the simplest way to do this is I'm going to reverse it and do it upside down. So I can see that I've got everything. I've got to do it from my normal side. So I can see that I've got everything in place. So we'll put that over the E. We'll put that over the B and the A. I'm not going to get both 2 A's in, I don't think. We'll see. Maybe just. And I need 2 L's. And then I'm going to put my plate in on top. And it's going to curl, so let's see how we go. Well, the B's not covered now, it's moved. We can't have that. And that's the E. So let's go. And that way I can see what I'm cutting and I've got everything I need. So we'll just take those off the top. We'll take this plate off here. Now, what have we got? They've stayed, a lot of them have stayed in. There's an E and an L. We'll get the B's and the A's out. A and B. B, E, L, L. We need one more L. No, that's the K. Where's the L? Must be that one. There it is. I'll pop this out of the road. Now I could have done these on with a sticky back, but a sticky sheets, which would have made my life easier, but I haven't. So I'm just going to work out where they're all going to fit along this line. And get a rough idea so that when I glue them on, I'm going to start with the L in the middle. And I think they're all going to love the fact that their name is on their box. Now that's got a bit too much glue on it, so we'll just dab that. We want you to stay straight. And there we go. There is my box, all complete. Self-closing, lots of bling, gift card fits inside. Going to put, I have here to add to it, just for the excitement. I've been hiding them so no one eats them. 3 little Santas, 3 Chocky Santas to put in with it. So they'll get their gift card and some Chocky Santas, and their name will be on it, and that's their box. And it's all blingy and fun and exciting. So that's what I'm doing for the teens in our family. I've got another 8 to make, so I'll have to get baking today. I'm going to bring you back to me. There we go. Thank you for joining me again today. I hope that's inspired you to do something you really like and something you can do for your family or friends. That's the last in our 12 days of Christmas. I will be back on Saturday and every Saturday as per normal, but at 10 o'clock. But tomorrow I'm going to have a day off. I hope out of all these days you've found something that you can take away from it and you can do yourself. Or it's inspired you to do something completely different, and I'd love to see what it is. Have a good day, and I will catch you on Saturday. Bye-bye.